Good afternoon, my dear children. Today we are going to discuss about the 10th class chapter is in India relief features. My dear children, it is my responsibility to solve all your doubts which is arise in between the lesson. So that's why I do this video for you only. So my dear children, so India relief features. So before going to discuss about this chapter name, it is very essential to know about where India is located. So my dear children, so India is located in Asian continent. It means so Asian continent is located on the globe is northern hemisphere. So basically the whole world or the earth planet looks like in spherical shape, right? So this is the spherical shape. If we divide the sphere into two parts, so this is the two parts. If we divide the sphere into two parts, so the upper part is known as north and the down part is known as south. So here the sphere, half of the sphere is known as hemisphere. So hemisphere. So in which direction it is? It is in north. That's why it is northern hemisphere. If it is downward, this is known as southern hemisphere. So dear children, now you take one textbook and put in front of you. So what you observed? So in old map, India is located in upper part. So upper part means what I said just now. So it is in northern hemisphere. So in northern hemisphere, in Asian continent, India is located. And one thing you observe that the lines drawn from vertical and some lines are drawn from horizontal. So those two lines are collide each other, right? So everyone can observe easily when you put the textbook in front of you. So those lines we call as longitudes and latitudes. So with the help of this longitudes and latitudes, we can easily know where the exact place is located. That is why, so India, so our topic is Indian relief features now. So that is why India is located in northern hemisphere. It is in Asian continent, and also they mentioned clearly about the longitudes names also, right? So it is from 8 degrees to something, and when we once again we divide the sphere. So now just in earlier we divide sphere into half, and then we divide the sphere into this means, so this part is eastern part and this part is western part. So in past just we divide the sphere into this manner. That's why we call this is north, this is south. But when we cut the sphere into this manner, so this is known as east and this is west. Okay, now there is no confusion because first we sphere divide into horizontal and then we divide the sphere into vertical. So vertical, this right side of the part is known as east and left side of the part is known as west. Okay, so now one thing we observed that India is located in Asian continent and exactly it is downward of the equator, and also it is towards the east side and it is in northern hemisphere. That is why northeast side. So what is northeast side? We located India is in northeast side. And one thing we observed here that the latitudes tells us about the zones of the earth, because zones also influence the climatical situations of one particular place. So already I told you about this in your previous classes also. So leave it that, maybe you are understood or not understood, that depends upon you. But once again I want to give clarification about that. So now the geological background of India. So geological background of India. So my dear children, India, so where India is perfectly exist. So before India or some other countries exist, before that, the whole landmass of world is mainly divided into two parts only. So first part is Angara land, and second one is Gondwana land. So what I mean that, so before the continents, the whole land only two plates. So that is Angara land and Gondwana land. Further, those two are moving towards their side and they collide each other and it divided into many parts. Many parts means 7 plates. So those 7 plates we call as continents. So that's the reason. So before the formation of these continents, India lies in Gondwana plate, right? So that is important. So already the whole matter is in your textbook. So the side heading of that is geological background of India. So I think you are getting confusion due to this. So to reduce that confusion, so just I took some part of that. So it is enough to you. That is mainly the whole world into two parts only. The first part is Angara land, second one is Gondwana land. Here one most important thing here, that is before the and between the Angara land and Gondwana land, the one empty place, not empty place, it is filled with water. So that sea is known as Tethys Sea. What? Tethys Sea. So the place between Angara land and Gondwana land, so between that place is Tethys Sea. So these two plates are collide and buckle, and the internal forces between them. So many million years ago, the between the place is comes upward. Many years. So the total Tethys Sea transformed into glaciers. Glaciers means the whole part is covered with ice. That's definition of glacier. So the place between Angara land and Gondwana land covered with Tethys Sea. So these two plates are the internal force between these two plates. So whenever we compressed one thing, for example, duster is in my hand. So this is my right side, this is my left side. So this is the Angara land and this is the Gondwana land. If I used some force, means compress. So when we compressed this, so the upper part of this is, its height is increased, right now? So in my hand, duster is there. But according to our lesson, the parts between these two parts between is Tethys Sea is there. That is why the whole water comes up down. So due to this compressing of these two plates, so these Tethys Sea transformed into mountains. Those mountains we call as ice mountains. So ice mountains. The ice mountains named as Himalayas. What? Himalayas. Himalayas means the total matter about the snow. So that is the main thing here we observe. So that is Himalayas. So these Himalayas are folded mountains. Folded mountains means the compressed and internal forces between these two parts. That is Himalayas. Okay, now? So these are the young mountains when we compared with the other mountains which are exist all world. This is the young mountains and those are water bodies. That is the important thing here. So Himalayas are formed like this. So that is the total background of India. Once again, I repeat. So India is in Asian continent and India is in northern hemisphere, and India before this continent, India is in Gondwana land, and in India we find Himalayas. How the Himalayas are formed? Due to the collision and some external force between these two lands, the Tethys Sea transformed into Himalayas. That is the background beside of our lesson. Okay, na? So now, what is the relief features? So my dear children, relief feature means so relief features, very easy concept, but whenever we observe some other definitions or we are gathering some matter or some videos, so due to that it is a chance to get in confusion. So that's why, to reduce your confusion, so I did this video for you. So relief features means study about various landforms. My dear children, please note down my words. It is helpful to you in your future. So very small definitions. So relief feature means study about various landforms. That is why collectively we known as relief features. Study about the various landforms is known as relief features. So study about the landforms. So collectively the particular name for that is relief features. So today our topic is relief features. So you got an idea about our topic. So India, relief features. Relief features means study about the various landforms is known as relief features. So India means the total background of India, where it is located and what is the time zone of that and where it will exist. So on so. So now the relief features of India. So the total relief features of India. So it is very essential to study about these relief features, because if you know about this all relief features, so we have got an idea about the particular country about India. So first thing is Himalayas. And second one is Indo-Gangetic Plains. Indo-Gangetic Plains. And third one is desert. What's the desert? Great Desert, and also we call this as Thar Desert also. So Thar Desert. And fourth one is islands. So these islands are located so beside of India, two sides. So one is in Arabian Ocean and another one is in Bay of Bengal. So these and coastal plains. So sixth one is Peninsular Plateau. So those are the relief features of India. My dear children, once again I repeat, so you should note down this. So Himalayas, already I explained the total history behind of this is. So Himalayas are the young mountains. So all the great peaks are in this Himalayas. So it is a very young folded mountains. And second one is Indo-Gangetic or Gangetic Plains. Right? So because of the rivers Indus and Ganga and Brahmaputra, so those, with the help of those three rivers, these plains are formed. That's why Indo-Gangetic Plains. Third one is Thar Desert. Also, the called as Thar Desert is also known as Great Desert of India. And fourth one is islands. So those islands are in west side. If those are in Arabian Ocean, and eastern side those are in Bay of Bengal. And fifth really feature is coastal plains. The coastal plains are very adjacent to the two sides of west. One is in Western Ghats and second one is in Eastern Ghats. So those are the coastal plains. And sixth one is peninsular plateau. So peninsular plateau is, so the definition of this peninsular is known as, so the three sides, for example, one object is here. So this object is surrounded by three sides with water and one side is with open land. That is known as peninsula. So here one object and west side and east side and the south side is covered with water and only the north side is open land. So that particular feature is known as peninsular. So if four sides covered with water, so what happened? So simply the definition is changed. So three sides with water is known as peninsular. If the place is surrounded by four sides of water is known as island. So here the Indian plateau, so also known as peninsular plateau. So these three sides covered with water. Here Arabian Ocean for west side and east side is surrounded by Bay of Bengal and south side is Indian Ocean, but north side is Himalayas. Only the Himalayas is the open land for India and three sides surrounded with water. That's why we call India is in peninsular plateau. This is the particular definition for this term, peninsular plateau. So now let's we discuss about all these really features one by one. Okay, my dear children. So very easy to understand everything if we study one by one. So there is no confusion. So my dear children, the first really feature of India is Himalayas. So my dear children, where the Himalayas are located? Himalayas are located north side of India, and also these Himalayas are extend from west to east side. West to east side. If you observe our Indian map, you can easily understood. So from west to east side. So Himalayas are so from west direction to east direction, and also the total in this Himalayas are three ranges we observed here. So Himalayas are totally three variations in it. So the upper side, and this is the second one, this is the third one. So the whole or the above range is known as Himadri, and second one is known as Himachal, and third one is Shivalik. Okay, so these three ranges are we find in Himalayas. So with the help of these three, the total Himalayas we observed, we understood. So in later classes, I explained each one with detailed in later classes. Okay, bye my dear children. So let's be ready for my next video. Thank you.